Shalom Aleichem and welcome back. Today we're going to speak about Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is the New Year. The Jewish people have 4 times here a New Year. 4 time New Year. Now we're going to talk about the New Year for the trees. It says in the Bible that the man is like the tree in the field. February 5th, 2023 is going to be the New Year for the trees. It says in the Bible so. So let's see what it is. Why is it so sometimes unknown? Many people didn't hear about it. And if they heard about it, maybe it's not so something that they know what to do with this. They didn't study this. But after all, it says it's Rosh Hashanah, the New Year. It's like Purim. A month after the New Year, in February 5th, is going to be, 30 days after this, is going to be the holiday of Purim. Purim is a very, very high level holiday for the Jewish people. Not different than Yom Kippur. Many people maybe don't know, and they celebrate Purim like a day for the kids to put some masks on, and it's a day to go by. Maybe for some people it's not so important. But the way you spell Purim and Yom Kippur, that the highest holiday for the Jewish people, Yom Kippur, the day of everything, judgment and whatever, and stuff like this, that everybody go to the shul that day. And Purim, they think it's not so important, some people. So why the same thing over here, Rosh Hashanah, the trees, it's a day that go by, and many people maybe didn't realize how important is this. 10 days before Yom Kippur, we have another New Year. The main New Year that everybody knows. The New Year for the Jewish people. It's in the news. Everybody speak about it. But now, New Year for the trees, we go by. It's like, maybe the kids in school get some fruit or something, and they don't think the depth of that. So let's try to understand a little bit what does that mean, the depth, when we say it's the new year. It's Rosh. New in Hebrew, it's not new, something just new, but it says Rosh, the head of the year. So when we say new year in Hebrew, we say the head of the year. That means everything go after the head. So let's take it a little bit. First of all, a tree in Hebrew is called Ilan. Ilan. It's also a name of a person. Ilan. Ilan, the numerical value of the letter Ilan, if you put it in numbers, it's 22. So let's try to catch the New Year for the trees and the catch 22. What is the catch 22? What's going to be first? So I'm going to tell you. Catch 22 is the numerical value of, we said, the tree. And 22 is the 22 letters of the alphabet. 22, the whole Hebrew language based on the foundation of the 22 letters of the alphabet. So now we understand how important is the New Year for the tree. The tree is the 22 letters of the alphabet. It's everything we can accomplish is with these 22 letters of the alphabet. That's what Hashem gave us. By the way, if you don't speak Hebrew and you don't know it as Hashem, I'm going to explain one time. I don't like to use this word, but when I speak like that, but we say God. God is Hashem, the name. We just say the name. So Hashem gave us these 22 letters of the alphabet, of the Hebrew letters. Through them we can connect to Him. Through this is the only way we connect to Him. Like somebody want to give you water and they cannot give you water, you don't have a vessel. Hashem took the 22 letters of the alphabet, He froze them into water, into ice cubes. He froze the water to ice cubes, and now He can give it to us. And that's what He did when He gave us the Bible. He froze His wanting what to give us, His message to this alphabet, to these 22 alphabets. Somebody told me one time that to be religious is a way to run away. It's like somebody doesn't have anything in his life and needs some hope. So what he's going to do? He's going to run to God, to Hashem. That's the only hope he have. But he's a weak person, so he can do nothing. So he said, Hashem, help me. Let's see if we can turn this around a little bit. You playing a game, let's say a basketball. And I think it's 5 people against 5 people with 1 basket. And somebody's going to come and tell you, I don't want to go by the rules. I'm going to make my own rules. It's going to be 5 against 7 or 10 against 10. I'm making a new basketball. I'm making new rules. Make sense to you? So to get away from the rules, it's easy. No rules, free, everything I do whatever I want. That's the weak. The strong, and find the happiness in it, is the one who want to play the game and play a nice game and be in the game and have a game. If you have the rules, you can have the games. Let's say somebody saw a building and he wanted to build a building and he never knew there's foundation on the bottom. He have a piece of land, he go start build a building. He never knew that there's foundation over there. Okay, so how long the building is going to stand over there? Okay, you understand the message. Same thing over here. By sticking to the rules, by sticking to this Ilan, to the Aleph Bet, to the tree, only then we can have the fruit. The tree is going to stand over there. But you have to be strong. It's not easy to keep the rules. Everybody want to break the rules. But the one who keep the rules is going to win. And we're going to see how we can make it easy for us. What we have to hold on to keep the rules. Let's see what we can have to hold on. Let's say somebody is thirsty, very thirsty, and he's going crazy to find water. I don't know, he's in the desert. And you tell him, yeah, I found water. But he's so busy with his problems and that he's looking for the water, problem of his life, and you give him something good and you tell him, here's a good advice. He's so busy, he can't even listen to you. He said, here's water, I'll give you the water, I'll give you the advice. This is advice, if you do this, for sure you're going to have the water. No, he's running around like crazy looking for the water. Sometimes we have to try to listen to the advice. Pay attention, concentrate, and say, maybe the guy is right. Maybe he's giving me water. Let me see what he's saying. Maybe something over here. Let me find out. Not to go crazy with the flood that we have in every day in our life, that we don't have a second even to stop and to listen. The secret is to stop and listen and to listen. Everybody can learn everything from anybody, even from the trees. If somebody going in the highway is driving, he can drive 120 years in the highway, all his life, all his circle of his life, 120 years, maybe 125. Driving in the highway. If he doesn't know why he's driving there, where he's supposed to go to, he's wasting his time. His life just went without purpose. But if you know the purpose that you are here, you know that you have the roots, then you can find yourself. Hashem told Abraham, take your son, your only son, the one you have, the one you love, Yitzchak, only one. Abraham in mysticism, in Kabbalah, it's Avram, the Chokhmah, the highest level of Chokhmah. Abraham in mysticism is the highest level of Chokhmah. So Hashem is telling everybody over here, reach to the highest level of your wisdom. Dig, like you put a tree in the ground, you dig to put the roots good, the seed good, right? Dig good into your intellect, see really what's over there. Find the Abraham in you. The only one son that you have, the Yitzchak, in you. We learn many times when the Bible speaks, it speaks to us, all of us, not a story, a history. It's not a story. It's telling us every second what to do if we read it and we understand the analogy. The analogy over here is that Hashem is talking to Abraham and tell you, you Abraham, you person, you the intellect, your wisdom, look good what's in there for you. What you're going to find? Bincha. Bincha in Hebrew, your son, is your intellect, your wisdom, your understanding. Find it in you. And what son we're talking about? Yitzchak. Yitzchak in Gematria, numerical value of the letter Yitzchak is 208. If you put the alphabet of this letter, Yitzchak, it's come to 208. 208 is a hole. A hole. You dig a hole. When you dig a hole in you to find out the real you, who you are, you're not a car on the highway that's driving without any purpose. You know where you're going. You're trying to find a place where you're going. Then you're going to find Yitzchak. Yitzchak is the same thing. 208 is laughing. Is the same numerical value of the letter O, light. You want to find the Yitzchak in you, the laughing, the light in you, O, light. Happiness, that's all this mean. This word mean. Yitzchak, light, illumination, illuminate yourself. When you find you. Hashem told Abraham, sacrifice him. Sacrifice him. That's you. Sacrifice what in you with the fire that everything is no good. Sacrifice it. Throw it away. Burn it. And then the good in you sacrifice and bring it to Hashem. Connect to Hashem. But some sacrifice are needed. You want to play the game with the rules, maybe that are not according to the rules? No. That's what a person have to do. That's what the lesson over here, to sacrifice. And we're learning from the tree. When we plant a tree, we got to take care of it. We got to watch the ground around it. We got to get rid of the weeds. We got to fertilize it. Then we have a good tree. Good fruit, good trunk. But that's everything according to the ground. What's in the ground? The roots. Nobody sees the roots. The roots is the belief. How you believe in it. It's embedded deep in the ground. And the whole tree is standing on that. How much you strong in your belief that no wind will ever put you down. No testing of something bad. You're going to do it because you know you have a strong emunah, strong belief. The tree will grow and grow, the leaves, the fruit, and the fruit give a good seed inside for the next generation of you. So Rosh Hashanah for the trees, it's a lot to learn from that. When the brothers took Joseph, and threw him into the hole, the brothers wanted to kill him. Then they threw him just to the hole. Why the brothers hate Joseph so much? Why? They were jealous. He was a person like a good tree, stood his rights. He was learning. They didn't like it. They wanted to do other stuff. He was in their way. What's the analogy over here? Who's the brothers of Yosef? The brothers of Yosef is the evil in us. The evil that can't stand when we want to do something good. Always find something to distract us, the evil. How to get out from doing the right thing. So they threw him to the boar. We just said the boar in numerical value, gematria of the numbers of boar is 208. 208 is boar. The whole is 208. Same thing as Yitzchak, laughing. So if you take your evil and you put it in the boar and put it in the hole and get rid of it, cement it, it's not existing. Because your roots, the shoresh, the emunah, the roots of the tree are strong, then what come out of the boar? What come out of the hole? Joseph is coming out of the hole. The king. He become a king. Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, taking Joseph out of the hole because he told him about his dreams. He solves the dreams. He take him out of the hole and he become a king. That's you. It's every one of us. If we take the evil and put it in the hole, the king of us coming out. The king, the intellect, the smartness of us that rule over our body is leading us. And that's what it's mean, the analogy of all the stories in the Torah. How to get rid of the evil that's bothering us to think straight like a good tree. When Moses took the Jewish people from Egypt, it says that the Egyptians were running after them. The analogy of the Egyptians running after them is against the evil. Mitzrayim is a word of boundaries and borders that confined us to a box to not come out and think right. That's mean Mitzrayim in Hebrew, Meitzarim, Gvulim, borders, boundaries. And it says that a pillar of fire and a smoke was going with the Jewish people. And the day, the cloud of Hashem, at night, the pillar of fire. The cloud of Hashem is where we want to be in. During the day, we want to be inside the cloud of Hashem. Our thought should be involved with godliness. And at night, the pillar of fire was going also with them. The fire that burned everything that's not needed, but also the fire that illuminates everything for you. If you have the fire in you, it's illuminating. It's burning everything that's not needed and illuminating, making good. But we gotta just connect a little bit to this, to remember these stories, to remember the Bible with us during the day. Moshe Rabbeinu was walking with the mateh, the stick, the staff of Moshe Rabbeinu, a mateh. Wherever he was going, he was making all the makot in Egypt, the 10 plagues. When he was walking with the mateh, he did all the plagues in Egypt. When Israel, before they left Egypt, the Jewish people before they left Egypt. This mate made all the miracles. How we can get a hold of this mate? How we can have a hold of this mate to make miracles for us? Let's try to put it together 1 minute. 3 days before the Jewish people leave Egypt, Hashem tell Moshe Rabbeinu, let them take the sheep, the lamb. You're going to sacrifice this lamb in 3 days. The night you leave Egypt, you're going to sacrifice this lamb. What are you supposed to do with this lamb for 3 days? Take it to your house and tie it up to the bed. Take the lamb and tie it up in your bedroom to the bed. The bed? Why to the bed? Well, you don't want a room in your house to, I don't know what, they had one room over there, all the slaves, all the Jewish people live as slaves. They had maybe one room. Can knock things down, right? Okay, so it says tie to the bed. The bed in Hebrew is mitah. Mitah spelled the same thing as mateh. The mateh of Moshe Rabbeinu and the bed, mitah, spelled the same. Ask a few people. I googled it. I searched. Why to the mitah? Why to tie the lamb to the mitah? Remember, the god of Egypt was the lamb. Imagine the Jewish people so scared of the Egyptian, they have to take the lamb to the house and tie it up, and it's going to cry all the time, and the Egyptian going to ask, what are you doing? Oh, we're going to take it in 3 days and we're going to sacrifice it. Wow, I mean, this takes some guts. Really takes some guts. You're in their country, you're a slave to them, and you have to have a lot of guts to tell them, I'm going to take this lamb in 3 days and I'm going to sacrifice it. Wow, really. After 9 plagues that Hashem did already, I think they cooled down a little bit. So they had some guts to do that. Hashem saw 9 miracles already, 9 plagues on the Egyptians, so they did it. So, why to the bed? Tie it up to the bed, to the mitah. Mitah in Gematria, numerical value of the word mitah, mem, tet, hey, is 45. 45, 4 and 5 is 9. And 9 is the word truth. Emet, the truth. What do you have to plant to have a tree, a good tree? The real you. You, it says in the Bible, you like a tree in the field. So if you have the tree, what do you have to plant? To have the real you coming out. The truth come out. It says in Psalms, bury the lie. The lie. If a person take and bury the lie in the ground, the truth will sprout. Live without lie of yourself. Be the true who you are. Bury the lie. The truth will sprout. So now we understand, maybe we're going to go further and explain why they take the lamb and tie it to the bed. The lamb is that everyone in us have. The lamb. Be scared of the world. We're scared. Everybody have his things that he's scared about. What people going to say, what people going to think. If I'm wearing this, they like it. I want the compliments from people. I don't get a compliment. Somebody don't get a compliment, one day he can die. He must get compliments and laughs and we're scared. People are scared from things in the world. So this lamb, we're going to take this lamb and tie it down to the bed, the lowest place over there that we don't want to, our scaredness, our things that we're afraid of, tie it up, the lowest place, get rid of it. And we said Mita and the Mateh, the staff of Moshe Rabbeinu, is spelled the same. If we get rid of the lamb in us, the scared in us, we reach the highest level of Mateh. We take this lamb and we sacrifice it. We sacrifice it. And then comes the good smell. The good smell of us. The smell of the tree, of the fruit, of the happiness. Because the real who we are, the real us will come out. The real point of your son, your only son, your happiness that Hashem told Abraham, take and sacrifice this. This is for you to find out in you. And we all have it. We just have to dig and to find it. To dig, to put the bad in the same hole, sprout the good. When you have something, a good, let's say, I don't know, an apple tree, and you have some seeds, and they're on the shelves, and it's in a package, it's a beautiful package, and a beautiful tree, because they want to sell it. So they make the package beautiful, and the seeds for the apple tree are there. And you want to come and take this package and imagine the package start talking and scream at you. Hey, don't touch me, I'm on the shelves, I'm important, people look at me, I'm getting praised, I'm getting respect. People take pictures of me because I have a beautiful picture on my package over there with the apple trees. It doesn't make sense, but it's happening a lot. People enjoy the beauty and the stuff and don't want to be who they really are. But imagine you can speak to this package and tell this package, listen, you stay on the shelf over here, you're never going to be the real you. The real you is when I take you, I put you seeds in the ground, you disintegrate. You disintegrate, you become nullified. And when you can reach this point, put yourself in the ground and nullified, disintegrate, the real you is going to sprout. Oh wow, you're going to sprout. Beautiful tree, beautiful fruit. You can't stay on the shelf. To stay on the shelf is the person who told me to be religious is somebody that is weak. No. To stay on the shelf and continue getting this beautiful and respect and from people and compliments, that's the lie. The lie is when you really reach who you really are and make the hole to put yourself in there. And from this you're going to sprout. To take the emet, to take the truth, and to work with this as the mateh, as the staff, always in front of you. The Hebrew word letters of keves that they're supposed to go and tie to the bed is the same letters as conquer. So the word lamb in Hebrew is also conquer. Conquer the keves in you, conquer the lamb in you. It's the same letters, keves and kovesh. To conquer the keves in you, to take it and tie it out over there and never see it again. But to take the real one and sacrifice it. To be real you, who you really are. I heard a story, I don't know, maybe on the internet also, I don't remember. It's about a person that was very rich, had a lot of forest and real estate, and he had a dog. The dog was very, very old. Just a story, analogy. a mother for. The dog was very, very, very old, and he didn't know what to do with this anymore, and he didn't want to see it die. He loved the dog. So he said what to do with this. He found some fur from some animal that he had in the house. He put it on the dog, and he sent them to go free to the forest. So the other animals in the forest, they start seeing this strange animal. They didn't know exactly what it is because they didn't know what kind of fairy he was walking around and whatever. They start wondering. So one day the animals got together and they followed this dog that didn't look like a dog. And they asked him, who are you? What do you do? Who are you? He said, oh, me. I was in places of castles and kings. Oh, very nice, very nice. But who are you? Oh, I was going hunting with princes and rivers. We crossed, we saw presidents everywhere. I was everywhere. Oh, very nice. But who are you? Oh, I belong to this family here and there and travel the world. Oh, very nice. Who are you? You know my answer is, right? Who are you? Oh, who are you? That's the point. Who are you? Every person have to find out who he is. And now we understand. Rosh Hashanah, the New Year to the trees, it's so important because every holiday have something that the other holiday don't have. Just like said about Purim. Purim is such a high holiday. It's like the holiest day of the year, Yom Kippur for Jewish people. 10 days before Yom Kippur is Rosh Hashanah, the famous Rosh Hashanah, the New Year for the Jewish people. But over there, we know it's Day of Judgment. We come in the New Year and we ask for forgiveness and we asking for a good year, for good job, good family, everything we need, good children. That's why we have the New Year now. The New Year now is preparation. What we're going to seed in the ground. That's what's going to come up 8 months from now, maybe, to the New Year. The real New Year over there, this is a higher level than this sometimes. Because every holiday have something the other holiday don't have. So how are we going to do now the Rosh, the head of the year? There is a New Year, it's the head of the year. How are we going to prepare ourselves now? What are we putting in the ground now to raise the tree? That's why it's very important this New Year. That's the analogy of this story. It's written in the Torah. The Jewish people have 4 New Years, 4 times. Everyone come to teach something else. How we stand now in Rosh Hashanah now? How we stand now in the New Year now? What are we thinking about? How we vision the tree that's going to be? What are we planting? What tree we want? That's what's going to grow. That's up to us. Everyone have to try to do the best he can. This goes much deeper. I'm not going into other stuff now right now about all the food and everything. People can maybe Google and see a little bit all the food that we have to eat. I'm just going to talk about one. The last one before the last one, the 2 last ones, is the olive. The olive. It's the olive and the date. the date tree, the dates, they make honey from it. In the olive, you make oil. How do you make oil from the olive? You have to crush it. The oil comes from the olive only after we crush it. And when we crush ourselves, we are the olives. Everything that we learn is us. We can adapt to us. When we want to take the oil from us, oil illuminate. Oil we can burn and make light, illuminate. The oil in us come after we crush the olives good. What do we have to do to crush ourselves? No. There's no fire in hell. God forbid there is no punishment. There is no anything like this. So what is there? It's the guy on the highway that drive all his life, and after 120 years he see, what did I do? What did I accomplish? Where is the real me? I didn't find him. I drove 120 years in the highways and I didn't find myself. So when we crush the olive, we just have to do something very simple. To crush everything that is against our purpose. Everything that is not focused on our purpose is not needed. Focus on the purpose. The purpose is to find the spark of Moses in us. Moses walking with the mate, with the fire, and we have to find this in us. The happiness in us is when we find this. Then we see that the world is really doesn't disturb us. It's not important. We are connected. And the last one after the olive is the date, from the date tree. That's the date of honey. When we accomplish the mission and we crush the olive and the oil come out and we can illuminate ourselves, then the honey come out. The date tree. And all the good foods come out. When Hashem told Adam, don't eat from the tree, this is right here. We see that the tree is playing very important in our life. Don't eat from the tree. Play by the rules. I give you everything you want. All of heaven is yours. One little thing I ask you. Play by the rules. The rules in this heaven over here, that you have everything you want, is don't touch this tree. One simple rule. I wish somebody give me, I don't know, anything I want and say, you know what, this one thing you can't have. I don't know, something that doesn't make any sense. Okay. But come the evil and tell you, no. You have everything you want in the world, but I must have this also. Oh, hold on. Crush it. Crush that oil. Crush that olive. Crush it, disappear it, bury it in the ground. The truth will sprout. You can't have it both ways. Live with the lie and live with the truth. It's going to be nothing wrong. Crush it. Live by the truth. Let it sprout in you. Let it lead you. Let the pillar of fire go in front of you. And the cloud of godliness be involved and around you. It's very possible. But it's work. It's labor, it's toil. But on yourself. It's not in the heavens. It's right here with us. So I think if we can summarize this, we gotta think 1 minute. How much we really want to find the real us. Oh, we're gonna be so happy. It's gonna be such a happiness. You can imagine when you find yourself. Because you are 1,000,000% the best thing that ever happened to you. I hope we all can accomplish this mission. February 5th, it's when it's all happening. The new year for the trees. Then the app is open and you press on it and you connect. Every holiday have a chance for a certain app to open. And that now, there'll be Rosh Hashanah, the new year for the trees, is when we connect to it. Just like you, I don't know, you go in a subway, you know, you go on a trip, and every stop is a different station that you get something out of it. You go on a cruise, they stop on this island, they tell you this island is, there are a lot of shoes over here. The next island, oh, this is a lot of dresses over here. Every stop have its thing. New Year for the trees, it's New Year for you, for all of us. Let's plan something good to find the best in us. Good luck to everybody and to myself also. Hope we can accomplish the mission. It's very close to us. Let's go for it. Thank you very much.